Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Today we chat about a topic I really did not want to dive into. I've tried my best to stay away from it, and yeah, it's just been very difficult for me to really jump into this one. But at this point, I've been seeing too many signs, and the topic is is Arthur Zwane basically our head coach, but Molefi Ntseki is the face? That is the question we have to ask ourselves today. And to ask ourselves that question, we also have to take ourselves back to last season. So before we get there, guys, please subscribe and like the channel. This is for you, Amakhosi Nation. This is for you, Amakhosi fans. Today is MTN 8. Good luck to Sundowns and Pirates. Me, in my opinion, I don't like. I want. Sometimes saying you don't like a team is very hard because I enjoyed watching Pirates when there was Tico Modises and stuff like that. So they may be my rival team. I will always. I don't want them to win and stuff like that. And I've also enjoyed watching the likes of Tico at Sundowns, Andile Jali, Kamabili. I enjoyed watching Abu Dolly, etc. I enjoyed watching those guys play at Sundowns. But just because I enjoyed them, it doesn't mean that I like the team. I like the teams. But if I were to pick a winner today, me, I would rather pick Pirates because this is what I'll say. We can't have one team beating everyone. Sundowns can win everything. And me, I'm that kind of person. I don't like a league where one team just beats everyone unless it's Kaizer Chiefs. If it's Kaizer Chiefs, I don't care, Baba. We can share zonk. And yeah, that's anyway. I go on a tangent. But yeah, let's jump back into it. Others one. Others one last season. Let's recap his season. Last season, he started showing us playing. And he was like playing. The team was a very football team. When the season started, when I think we were playing Royal AM first game, and like the team was moving, etc., etc. We were creating a lot of chances. Example, right now, Chiefs right now is creating the kind of chances that Arthur Zwane was creating when he began his career with Kaizer Chiefs. And then Chiefs went on to play Sundowns, and I went on to play like Maritzburg United, and we won like 3-0 last season. And we were playing this very fast game. And the thing about the first game was this: a lot of us questioned Guti, is it sustainable? Because our team was running like headless chickens, but we created chances for days. So it was a thing of, yes, we can score one or two goals, ne? Sharp, but we can't keep running at that same pace. There's going to be a point where we have to have someone who is going to hold the ball, create the ball, hold the ball, circulate it, just so our team doesn't get tired. And that's where a lot of us started questioning the appointment of Omuz. Uti that is Kanson's Omuz. Why is he there? Because we looked better when we play high press and we play more intense, but our players showed that they weren't fit enough. We kept getting injuries. So it was like, why is the training coach and others what they're doing doesn't match? Because if you are going to play high intensity football, you need a coach, trainer who can get that out of you. But anyway, so others played that high intensity football. Then he played Sundowns. Then he decided to put defenders because he was scared to lose, which I don't understand. But anyway, and then he kept trying to play this football of his that is like, which we ended up calling Zwane ball. But at some point, Zwane ball was not getting results. So then he had changed this game, and then he decided to hit more long balls. And then we started getting results with this more direct football, more long balls, etc., etc. But the reason why Arthur Zwane was failing wasn't that his system was the most flawed. Yes, Arthur Zwane's defense has never been good, even in DDC. But it wasn't that his system was the most flawed system. It's just that the defenders kept making mistakes. And I feel like when you look at this season, you see that the reason that defenders make so many mistakes is because there isn't a proper structured midfield. So the defenders end up not being comfortable on the ball. But anyway, fast forward to this season. Nah? Fast forward to this season, when Chiefs started playing, they went more with the direct balls, just kicking the ball forward. And then you are like, how is this Molefi Ntseki's sock? But then after the FIFA break, Chiefs started playing that Zwane like ball. We were playing more like we were starting to create more chances. And then you ask yourself, you're like, no man, this soccer that Chiefs has been playing now looks very familiar. It looks like that Zwane ball that we played beginning of last season because the players were using high intensity, high press. They were running. We were creating chances but rushing them, etc., etc. And then when we concede the goals, it was the defense just creating dumb mistakes, like our Peterson had said. So then I asked myself, I'm like, this feels to and then another point to add to it why I was like, this is probably Chiefs probably moved Zwane to protect him, but give him another chance to coach Chiefs. And this is my theory. Because when the fans went and threw bottles and what, and Molefi Ntseki, to us as fans, we are throwing bottles and whatever. Well, not we, but I'm just saying the people, the fans were at the stadium or throwing bottles and stuff like that at Molefi Ntseki, believing he's the head coach because that is what we all know. So they're saying he's the problem. But then this is the question: what if this is actually Zwane ball and Molefi Ntseki is the face of the Zwane is the face of the team, but the team is actually being trained by other Zwane, and because this system we are playing now in the last few games, it's basically Zwane ball, guys. If we have to be honest, it's Zwane ball with a better defense. That is basically what it is. Zwane ball with better players. But the defensive mistakes are still the same as last season. The lack of scoring is still the same as last season. Like everything other Zwane was failing with last season, Chiefs is failing with this season. But what is worse is that it's even worse. Like the failure of this season is just like I can't explain it. Like we even have less points. At this point, last season, Arthur Zwane had 14 points, but at this time this season we have 11 points, meaning that Chiefs from last year to this season has actually been doing worse than last season. Worse, but with better players, which is scary. It's scary to think that we are doing worse as a team with better players. Because then it makes you wonder, guys. Like it truly makes you wonder that, like, why does management fail us like this? And you know what? I will get into a video where I talk about management because management is failing us big time. But anyway, so I have this question to ask you guys. Are we actually watching Zwane ball, but Molefi Ntseki is just taking the pressure of Zwane ball? Because everything Chiefs has done in the past few games looks exactly like Zwane ball. The only thing, and you know when I say exactly like Zwane ball, example, substitutions. This is exactly how Arthur Zwane made substitutions. Last season, Arthur Zwane would make substitutions 60th minute, 70th minute. He didn't do a halftime, he didn't do a sub in the right period. He just reacted, and then but he would have standard 70th minute, 60th minute. Those were his sub times, etc. And others one always was predictable in his subs. He always had players he always subbed. Last season it was Mdu Shabalala. Last season, others one always substituted Mdu. Mdu Shabalala was always the first player. Zwane substituted when he played. If Zwane had started the game, Samkelo Zwane always the first one. This season it's changed. It's Modi and Sahile. If Modi and Sahile start substituted, but the rest, Dupree and all of these guys, they don't get substituted. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying we have to start asking ourselves the real question. Is the coach that we have actually Arthur Zwane, but Molefi Ntseki is just taking the pressure of the head coaching role? And a lot of you will be like, hey, you don't know that. What? I'll tell you this, guys. Whoever has watched Molefi Ntseki at under 17 and has watched Molefi Ntseki at Bafana, Molefi Ntseki did not play this soccer. Molefi Ntseki plays formation soccer, and he basically Kutazas like gives his star players energy. His individual, he does individual brilliance coaching. So he pushes the star players to win him games. Example, he can push and find Matlo's like fire in him. That's why Matlo is shining now. But Molefi Ntseki is pushing that thing in him to expose his talent, etc. So Molefi knows how to drive star players, but he doesn't really have systems of play. He's not really the best coaching in terms of systems, etc. So that is why I wanted to add that part. So me, I'm not saying it's a fact, but I'm saying we have to be open to the idea that Molefi Ntseki might not be the person really coaching us. In European terms, Molefi Ntseki is more a manager. Arthur Zwane is the actual coach. Arthur Zwane is the coach, Molefi Ntseki manager. That is a possibility. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. And yeah, tell me the score that you even think the MTN 8 will be. Yeah, thank you, Marcos. Subscribe.